All right, folks, welcome back to the Live at a Dollar podcast studios. This is Radio's Yard. It's time to talk a little fantasy football like we do every single week here. By the way, if you are watching this, thank you very much for watching us as every week we are on doing the show. Make sure you like, subscribe, the whole deal, comment on all of our stuff. If you're listening to the audio versions of this, whether it's from Apple or Spotify or wherever you get your podcast from, we thank you as well. Make sure you comment, like, all that stuff as well. It's time to talk a little fantasy football as we head into, is this week 11 of the NFL season? We're getting closer to the playoff run here for fantasy football. The Nose himself, it is Radio in the Nose. Nose, welcome back.
I like fantasy football.
I know
yeah,
you
I'm
do.
excited about it.
Yeah, I know.
Week 11.
Week 11.
Week 11.
Oh my God.
1 month until it all just
Don't
goes down.
Don't even say it. I don't want to hear it. I kind of like when it's like week 2 and we have so much season left. We're in week 11 now.
Let me explain to you very simply, right off the bat.
Please.
There are many fantasy owners out there, but there's only one team that gets the lucky week that they don't have to play Jonathan Taylor this week.
Right.
The Colts are on a bye,
Right.
and my God,
I gotta check now to see
I
how-
looked, and I did. Oh, I'm a nerd. Right on the toilet in the mornings, you know. I know Kobe knows. Go right to it. I go, oh, please, what leagues? Because I'm in a few.
Right.
Am I going against Jonathan Taylor? And then I look, and in the main league, Ross has him on the bench, and boom,
Sucks for you, Ross.
boom,
Sucks for you, Ross. And I'm glad. Thank you for watching too, Ross. We do appreciate that.
Jonathan Taylor.
Johnny Taylor. All right, well, let's get into it because we like to do here on the show. We're going to go through last week's stuff a little bit, get into this week's stuff a little bit, yes or no's, and then the nose pick of the week this week. We'll talk a little bit about last week, but we can really just bring up one name to start off with anything. And you just said it before, Jonathan Taylor.
That's it.
244 yards off 32 carries and 3 touchdowns. Yes, not 1, not 2, 3 touchdowns, including the game winner over there in Berlin. This dude is back, not just back 4 or 5 weeks ago. This dude is back to being the best running back in the NFL.
Are those stats good? Are they good?
Yeah, for my running backs, that's 3 weeks of stats.
Probably more.
Yeah, maybe 4 weeks.
Your running backs are not getting one.
Zach Charbonnet.
One per
Shout out to Zach
Oh
Charbonnet.
yeah, the Chardonnay got a dirty touchdown, dude. Jonathan Taylor is
Wow.
on a tear
Right.
that has been not seen since the likes of your Marshall Faulk types. Because I'm thinking the Colts back in the day, and/or your Edger and James Marshall Faulk types. Unbelievable.
Can I throw out Sean Alexander out there
You
too?
can.
Okay, I just want to make sure I get him. I always do that whenever you bring up.
There's
one.
always a few. Priest
was-
Holmes had that.
Right.
Larry Johnson had one year that he was
Right.
looking like Jonathan Taylor. We do this. God, does Kobe know who Larry Johnson is?
Yeah, I've heard the name before.
Heard the name
For
before.
sure. Was
Now-
he a Chief?
The basketball player? Oh
he was
my
a
God,
Chief,
he got
right?
it.
Yeah.
He
You got
did.
it right. He did it.
He did it.
I honestly thought he was going to throw out Grandmama for Larry Johnson
that-
for the NBA. Right. That's
Do you
what I
know?
thought
Do you know who Grandmama is?
No.
You don't.
Right. Larry Johnson, but the NBA version. Of
You
Larry
never
Johnson,
heard of
right.
like an old school UNLV team back in the 80s that was good
Running
at
Rebels.
college basketball?
Running Rebels.
I've heard. I mean, I think.
Stop.
Larry
You're
Johnson,
just
Alonzo Mourning, Muggsy
making
Bogues,
my
trio
gray
in
hair.
Charlotte.
I know Alonzo Mourning, obviously, but
He played with Alonzo
Yeah.
and Muggsy Bogues, Charlotte Hornets.
this is
And
before
there was a
my
pretty
time.
good
Way before.
There's a pretty good player.
Kobe, again, what year were you born?
I was born in '98.
There's a pretty good player that plays for the Golden State Warriors, and his dad was on that team.
That's right.
Oh my God! What did you just say?
Charlotte
In the
Hornets?
background, like he
Charlotte
was
Hornet-
falling off a chair, he throws out Del Curry.
I'm done.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's our show for the week.
Fantasy
Okay?
football, and we're just going through the Charlotte Hornets.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm honestly impressed with
Yeah.
Kobe right there. I'm honestly impressed. All right. 2 names normally on this list for quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Jared Goff, Josh Allen. Not surprised by stats when they put him up. 320 and 3 touchdowns for Jared Goff.
Told
Josh
you guys
Allen,
to go
306.
get Jared Goff.
I know.
Told you to go trade him.
I have him on
and
the trade
Josh
block,
Allen
right.
has literally Kobe running out,
Oh.
making plays,
Right.
and still popping 25 pluses. Literally. I mean,
306 and 2 touchdowns in a game where there's just no shot. He should have had any stats.
I mean,
the Dolphins crushed them.
how?
I mean, how? How do the Dolphins win any games at this point?
Didn't you ran on the worst team in the history of America? Right in that very chair?
Yep.
Still believe in that?
Yep.
Let's move on.
Yep. 3 other names were on that quarterback list that I want to bring up.
Okay?
Mac Jones, Davis Mills, and Tyler Shuck and Dive.
Tyler Shucker. We did a good food review at Chuck and
We
Dive.
did. That was when I ate the wings when I had to sign the thing.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, because I burned my.
Dude, all I'm going to say out of all those names is the one player that was like really good at fantasy for a few years and then just got injured. And then you're like, whatever happened to him? Chris Olave is having a resurgence. He is now in the top 10 in all fantasy wide receivers. And it doesn't matter whether it's Spencer Rattler or Tyler Shuck and Dive, as you would call him.
Love that guy.
The one person that I hear quarterbacks say, great. Mac Jones will be gone for Brock Purdy probably in a minute.
Yeah.
You know, Davis Mills is going to be gone for C.J. Stroud in a minute. But I'm just thinking about Chris Olave. You know why? Because I drafted him everywhere.
Me too.
And feeling really good about it.
Yeah, I love it now. Love it now. I thought Kamara was going to be the guy that just ate everything up.
I just thought Kamara was going to do exactly what he was going to do. He was on the new do not draft list. We don't draft old running backs. Derrick Henry, I told you.
Right. Speaking of other running backs, by the way, hello, Devon Achane once again. 2 TDs. What do you have? 174 also.
He glides with his TDs, by the way. He
He's
glides.
225 all purpose.
All purpose. 225 all purpose.
But once you see that momentum, that guy runs differently. It's
Right.
called being very, very fast.
He is very, very fast at that point. Gibbs, by the way, 142 and 2 touchdowns. Trevion Henderson, by the way, 147 and 2 touchdowns. And Vidal Sassoon with 95 and a touchdown. Also, that's your top 5 running backs.
Yeah, people are still like, the number one question is going to be when Omarion Hampton comes back, what happens with Vidal Sassoon? He's earned those touches. So similar to the Chubba Hubba Bubba and the Dowdle situation, man, Hampton's going to come back and he's going to play because he was really good.
He was really
but
good.
Sassoon with that hair, he deserves a little run.
Flow.
So if you guys have Hampton out there, I'm excited to have him back too. But I expect that to be more of a 50-50 split than you will like.
Right. Trey McBride, 127 and a touchdown with 9 catches. Nico had 7 for 136. Jalen Naylor, 5 for 124 and a touchdown. Jameson Williams, 6 for 119 and a touchdown. But another name, the 5th name on the list, one I want to bring back because he's finally back in the mix for Baker Mayfield.
Yeah.
Emeka Egbuka.
That's your guy.
That's my guy.
All right, you just flexed.
I did.
Yeah, Mecca's a must start each week.
He's so good.
He's so good.
Yeah.
He's going to be great.
Yeah.
How about it's amazing, the Ohio State running backs. Wide receivers. We're
They're
not even
all good.
trying to
They're
do
all
it.
good.
Olave,
Good.
J,
Wait.
S,
And
N.
maybe the best.
The best.
Out of that crew. Who would
Emeka?
have thought that, right? Emeka's right there.
Marvin Harrison is out this week.
Right.
But pretty good player.
There's a lot of really good Ohio State wide receivers. And there's a bunch coming.
The best one is yet to be seen.
Right. He's still got 2 more years before he can go on the draft.
Number 1 draft pick by far.
He would have been the number 1 draft pick. We're talking about Jeremiah Smith. He would have been the number 1 draft pick last year. He would have been this year, and he will have been next year.
How about Carnell Tate, who's going to be a top 10 pick this year?
Right.
So it's just
Someone's
like
gonna be happy
that
with that,
lineage is Brian Hartline.
Shout out to Brian Hartline. Shout out to Brian
And
Hartline.
they all played on this team.
Right. They're all on SFE. All on
Had to
SFE
do it.
alumni.
Had to
Right.
do it.
All SFE and the alumni.
Kobe now
Right.
understands.
All right. All right. Let me go over these guys. He knows.
Now he knows.
Thursday night football. The Jets against the Patriots. How about that? If that's not good enough for you, how about the 9:30 a.m. game on Sunday morning? The Commanders and the Fishies and the Dolphins there.
Do you
from
believe
Madrid.
Campos flies out to Madrid today?
going?
Yeah, I mean, you don't plan a Madrid trip 3 weeks before. You plan it, 8 months
Yeah.
before. What a worst case
Yeah,
scenario.
it's bad.
At least,
No Jaden Daniels, and it's the Dolphins.
yeah. I told him to drink some absinthe,
Yeah.
trip,
Why not?
and go to the game.
Right. At that point, have a good time if you're out there. Right.
Can't go wrong.
Have a good time. 1 o'clock slate: Carolina at Atlanta, Tampa at Buffalo, Houston at Tennessee, Chicago at Minnesota, Green Bay at the Giants, Cincy at Pittsburgh, the Chargers at Jacksonville. 4 o'clock games. There's 4 of them. Seattle and LA, maybe the game of the week, by the way. We'll talk about that on the football pod this week. San Francisco at Arizona, Baltimore at Cleveland, KC at Denver. Sunday night football, Detroit at Philly. Really good game there. And then Monday night, Dallas at Vegas to end off the slate there. Good slate of games. There are some buys. Indy and New Orleans have buys this week. Johnny Taylor.
Hey.
Johnny Taylor.
Hey, let's see how good your team is without Johnny Taylor.
Right,
all right?
right.
All you guys in
Right.
first place just laughing right now. See how you do now.
All right, let's get to yes or no's.
I would love
Let's get
to.
to yes or no's. We'll get to the nose pick of the week as well. We have a fun question here at the end of yes or no's. I found out something about Kobe today that he probably didn't want me to know about, but I did find out, so we will bring it up
Kobe,
here.
you know, I
Kobe.
I
There's
have
not many
absolutely
things-
no filter. None.
That's fine, but there's not many things that I would.
It's
I
a
wouldn't
good
want
one.
Krantz
This is
to know
not
about me.
right. This is not one where like he's going to get in trouble for something, but it's a plan of Kobe's that he has not instituted. He hasn't brought it up with the wife yet.
Oh,
So this is more of a life advice question.
I got so much to say.
This might be news to me.
Right. Well, it probably is to a point at this, something possibly you were talking with the boys in the back in the content room that I now go to every week before I have to get the life question. Let's start with yes or no's. It's the award-winning segment we brought about a decade ago, about 10 years into yes or no's, right? Is that where, is it close? Something around there? When we were doing the podcast at the other place with the other name at that point as well, which we do not mention here in Radio's Yard, right? 9 questions about fantasy football or something close to that. 1 question about life. It will be normally about Kobe or about food. It's Kobe or food, that 10th question, just about every single week. Let's start it off with question number 1. Of course, we are here in this building in Duval County, so you know there's going to be at least one Jacksonville question every single week here on the pod.
Poor guys.
Is Travis Hunter a top 5 round pick next season in fantasy football? Yes or no's?
No's. What evidence would we say yes to that question? We don't know the split job between wide receiver and cornerback. I think technically, from a literally a football point of view, his cornerback footwork and skill set is, believe it or not, better than his wide receiver one. So you're still going to look at a situation where it's going to be 70-30 maybe on the wide receiver side. But even that 30% that he's off of the field, no, I don't have him as a top 5 round pick. And also the fact that he's on Jacksonville. Sorry, boys, all you Duval guys here.
Right, a lot of Duvalers.
This is until Trevor Lawrence is out, I'm just not going to be in until he proves it otherwise. And that's like multiple games in a row. And how about like a 300-yard game, Trevor? Right. I mean, where's anything? ETN ain't helping you out, even though he had a decent game. That whole situation's rough. When this guy, what is it, P.J. Washington is your number 1 wide receiver right now? Man, I feel bad for your friends in this office. It looked so good in the beginning. One of the guys walks in here and goes, is Jacksonville going to be the best defense in fantasy from that moment on?
Shout out to Mussy.
Dude, exactly.
Let me tell you.
Shout out to him.
From that moment on, the curse was in.
Right, Mussy did it. It was a Mussy mush.
It was a mushy mush.
It was a mushy mush.
On the highest level because it's all in his heart.
Right.
All right, I'm done with Jacksonville.
Right. Best thing about the Jacksonville team is their kicker. That's it.
That's it.
The kicker. That's the best thing about
Little?
the team. Yeah.
Hey, he hits it far.
80-yard field goals. I love that guy.
It's not even accurate, but he can kick it far.
Yeah, as long as he can kick far. Just close your eyes and kick.
Him and Aubrey are really the best. Yay.
Right. We don't talk kickers here on the fantasy football podcast. We don't do that. All right, question number 2. Until Jaden is back, you're benching all Commanders pass catchers. Yes or no's?
Yes, and that is including Zach Ertz. What a disaster that team is without Jaden Daniels, and overall, obviously, Scary Terry is hurt, and therefore we are trusting nobody.
Until, okay, so this next one is good because I was about to say this is probably on everyone's beginning of the season bench or on the waiver wire. Now he might be a must-start tight end, but we'll ask you here. Must-start tight end, Jawan Johnson, yes or no's?
Must start?
Must start. Top 12 tight end right now.
Yes, top 12.
I'm talking about a 12-team league, got to start one tight end.
There's a scenario where you might have Tyler Warren and Johnson, and then he's not a must start. But in one of those situations where you don't have a top 5 guy, he is doing it in and week out. And he's just streaking sometimes, too, which is odd because he's a big boy. But number 83, sometimes you just see him streaking.
I like that. Yeah. You're benching Kenny Walker at this point. What they do to him is a crime in Seattle.
Yes.
Not for me, Zach Chardonnay.
I hated the situation. It's always 50-50. You start Chardonnay, it'll be the Walker game. You start Walker, it'll be the Chardonnay game, and you'll never get it right.
He's a safe start now in flex or that RB2 spot. He solidified himself as RB1 in Houston. His name is Woody Marks. Yes or no?
Yeah. I like him as a flex more than maybe an RB2, but I think the Chubb experiment is over. What Chubb could do is maximize on a nice 3 to 5 yard push, but ultimately we watched a lot more explosion out of number 27.
Right. Yeah. Yes or no's? Are we worried about Derrick Henry?
Yes, we are very worried about Derrick Henry. We've been worried about Derrick Henry after week 1.
Right.
Week 1 was an explosion. Everyone's like, oh, this is great. He's back. He's falling off that cliff a little bit now. I'm not going to doubt him to the point where I'm not. You said, are we worried? The answer is yes. I'm never going to doubt that man because he's still in ridiculous physical shape. But ultimately, it's been looking really rough over the last few games. He can't score, not breaking those long touchdowns. But look, if you have King Henry, you're riding King Henry. Period.
Right. You can't sit him on the bench. There's no, you're not saying
zero shot.
All right. We're just about at the trade deadline or very close to it in all leagues.
Yes, we are.
Maybe a couple days away, maybe a week away, maybe 10 days away.
Yes, we are.
Justin Jefferson is 100% in trouble. We got to trade him ASAP. Yes or no's?
Nose.
Okay.
Nose. I was going to say, yes, I think they're going to get it right. If you have Justin Jefferson and you make the playoffs, I want Justin Jefferson in my lineup because he is Justin Jefferson, and he is that great. And they are throwing him the ball plenty. Right. JJ had an off day, but there was a ball that I thought he could catch in the end zone that Justin Jefferson, a player of his stature, should have had, and he missed it. So if he has that, we're having maybe a little bit of a different conversation. Overall, I'm going to trust Justin Jefferson until I'm done. But that is with J.J. McCarthy. Carson Wentz in there, not a section.
Yeah. That wasn't part of the equation or the question in that, but I get that there. He's going to be the number 1 pick in fantasy next season. Number 1 overall. Not first round, not top 10. He resides in Miami Gardens. His name is Devon Achane.
No,
that was quick. That was too quick.
Jonathan Taylor will be the number 1 pick next year. Yeah, he just sort of will be. Yeah. Unless they use him like Barkley was used last year, where he is like literally coming in limping. It's very hard to look at Jonathan Taylor and what you do as an RB1, having that running back where you could just stick in there and he do what he's doing. He's my number 1 pick next year. Hard to put anybody else there. And Achane, though, he has earned.
Well, sidebar, where does he go, Achane, next year?
He's a top 5 pick as of right now.
Okay.
I want to see what that offensive line looks like for Miami in the offseason. I want to see how that whole situation looks. But if he's still the guy in this position, man, the usage with Mike McDaniel, they throw him the ball a ton. They give him the ball a ton. Right. I do hope that continues because I am concerned it might lessen over time.
Okay.
We'll see.
Get that there. All right, last football one here. It was something that was a hot take on the show a couple weeks back, Ladd McConkey.
Oh, yeah.
He's back. Start him every week, yes or no?
Yes. Ladd McConkey's back. I think the true colors, I could see your true colors of Quentin Johnson are coming out.
Right. I was waiting for him to get injured, but obviously he didn't get injured.
Yeah. Not yet.
Right.
But Ladd McConkey, 9 targets last week. He got the touchdown.
Right.
He's now over 100 yards. He's doing it a lot more consistently. So what was once considered the biggest bust in fantasy through 4 weeks has now turned a corner and is very, very startable week in and week out, meaning I have him as a must start.
Okay, I like that.
Especially in PPR leagues.
I like it. All right, those are our fantasy football questions, but we do have one left. It's more of a life
Super excited
here. So I found out, hopefully this is true and not just a lie that the guys gave me in the back. Kobe's thinking about making the living room more into like a sports bar type of setup with multiple TVs, possibly 2, maybe 4. He has not said anything to the wife yet about it. He's still planning.
Wait.
How does he break it to the wife or try to say to the wife, this is what we're going to do, not can we do this?
Kobe, jump in.
Yeah, let me say this now. So when we bought this house last year, like over a year ago now, I think like 13 months ago, the only thing I said I wanted to do was put multiple TVs in the living room. So that was the only thing I got through. I do have 2 TVs. I have space for 4.
Right.
I don't
get 4 up there?
I don't need 4.
Okay. But how do we get 4 up there? No.
Wait, time out. Keep going, Kobe.
I don't really need 4. She said I could have it. She doesn't really mind. Like that's what.
Wow, I didn't know that.
That's what they. I don't think they understand that.
Wow, the
she doesn't
was
mind.
Given. So now my question goes to
I let her pick everything in that house.
Is this the main? Is this the main family hangout room?
Yeah. I mean, it's just. I mean, I'm down there more than she is.
Do you live in a world and a society where you can, with your wife being happy about it, watch whatever shit she wants to watch? Let's call it on Thursday night at about 8:30, where you got to maybe spend a little time with the wife, right? You got to spend a little time with the wife. Are you able to watch with whatever terrible show she's watching, like Dancing with the Stars,
100%,
with 3 other TVs on silent, that she's going to be not distracted, she's going to be happy to hang out with you, yet you could have the Thursday night football game on, you could have the local Heat versus Celtics game on, and then even just maybe if you're getting a little crazy.
Kobe likes to dabble, so we'll also put like the West Virginia.
Yeah, I was just going to say this. I was just going to say
Thursday night college. Let's say West Virginia, BC. You know what I mean?
I was going to use
2.5, right?
I was about to say, and your gambling team.
Right. Okay.
Right. Let's go back to you saying the Dancing with the Stars thing. She's a fan of Dancing with the Stars.
Nope. Right. Okay. So it's a good example.
Because she has a pulse and is a girl.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'll let her have the volumes on those shows. If she really wants to watch a show down there, she can have the volume. I could live with no
Smart
volume.
move.
So on one TV, she'll have her Dancing with the Stars. Goes back to last Tuesday, for example. She'll have the Dancing with the Stars on the TV. I had Ohio University versus Miami. Miami, Ohio, not University of Miami.
I love this guy.
Ohio U money line was a good bet, a winner, and a little bit of a sweat. But we both won. She got to watch Angela.
Do you understand the
I
life
cashed on
win,
Ohio U.
the life win-win that you have setting you up for yourself? So let me explain something to you.
Yeah.
Here's what you're going to do. You're going to get 4 TVs, okay? And when she doesn't even know what's going on, you are going to put the time in to make it look aesthetically pleasing as possible.
Right.
Okay? That means the TV should line up properly, okay? And if you have the skill sets, and trust me, I see what you're doing all in this room over here.
He knows.
He
right.
does.
Yep.
You set up a 4 TV setup, and you over communicate as you are presenting this that she has first right of all shows and volume, okay, at all times. Because we understand as men, we don't need the volume. Now, sometimes it's nice, don't get me wrong. And if there's a football game, your Steelers are on, right?
Right.
You get the volume there. But man, for a man of your gambling, your sports as enthusiast, and if she gave you the window that it's okay, you started out by saying she doesn't care, get it done. Yeah. Because once they go up, guess what?
They're not coming down.
They're not coming down.
Right. Right.
And once they're up, and then you're like, wait a minute, I really, really enjoy having the second or third game on. You're gambling, the Gambleaholic number better be like posted somewhere near you.
Right by his bed. Right?
But right by your bed. But overall, it's a great, great job. But again, to finish though, overemphasize to the wife how much thought you put into the aesthetic of it, and to make sure you jump the story and make sure she knows Dancing with the Stars comes first, honey. But I really want to spend time with you, and I want to watch these games. This is the perfect way that we could do both.
Well done.
Thank you.
Well said also.
I can show you my setup after this.
I'm excited. Okay. That's perfect.
I don't want to see it. I want to see it. I want to see it
when it's all done.
I want to see it
I don't want to see
when
it
he
now.
takes his life advice.
Right. I want
Dude,
to see when 4 up. Right.
I told you, if the wife gives you an inch, you take it,
Right.
because then she can't take it back, and then it's already done.
Right.
All right.
And life is full of inches with us, or not a lot of inches. All right. That's going to bring us to the end of the program today, which means it's time for the nose pick of the week. Very excited for this week 11 of the season. We are getting really into clutch playoff caliber time, I would say, at this point. This is the wins or losses weeks that's going to either get you in there or it's going to knock you out. It's a big one here. I'm excited for this. The week 11 nose pick of the week is?
I decided to dedicate, in general, this whole week to Kobe.
I'm excited about that. That's very nice of you.
We had a lovely dinner at Twin Peaks.
We did.
I thought we crushed some amazing food.
Apple turnovers, ladies and gentlemen.
Ooh, how was it?
Apple turnovers. I'm on scholarship for minimum a week now. Yeah. Minimum.
You were really happy.
Just to bring those home. That's what she got.
It's a Kobe week.
Right.
And that means one thing. Kobe, if you put up another performance like your Steelers did last week,
wow,
I will be terrified for you, and especially this week. So I know you've been asking for it for a few weeks. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the week that DK Metcalf goes nuclear.
All right.
I know it's at home.
All right.
And I know it's going to be cold. And I don't care how cold it is. If it's colder, the better for him, because they're going against a defense that doesn't even exist in the Cincinnati Bengals. And it is your time, DK Metcalf, to put up the big numbers, the big boy stats, okay? We see Jamar Chase and Justin Jefferson over the years, and the Amon-Ra St. Brown putting up the big boy stats. You are as big, taller, and athletic, and you have now Aaron Rodgers as your quarterback. This is going to be your time to shine. DK Metcalf, last week, Roma Dunze, he went over yards and he got his touchdown. Nose pick of the week, that's nose candy, baby. And we're going to get some more this week. DK Metcalf has to be in your lineup. He has to be in your DFS. He has to be in your gambling, all of it. It is his time to shine, where Kobe, while he's watching that with volume in his house, okay, and the wife is going to be far away for this one, is going to have a happy day. This is DK Metcalf, week 11. Nose pick of the week.
I love it. All right, that's going to do it for us. Like I said earlier in the program, if you are watching us right now on YouTube on the Backyard Breaks channel, we appreciate it. Make sure you like, subscribe, the whole deal. Tell everyone about us. Comment as well. And if you're listening to us on any kind of form of podcast, whether you got it Apple, Spotify, wherever you got it from, we appreciate you listening. Make sure you like, subscribe, the whole deal. And when you see our clips up on Instagram and TikTok, make sure you comment on those as well. We love seeing that stuff, whether you love us or hate us. We will take it. All right. So for Kobe in the back and the man himself right here, The Nose, I am Radio. This has been another edition of Radio's Yard. It's been Radio and The Nose here live on, you want to say it this week? Or are you going to butcher it?
Backyard Breaks.
Nope. The Live at $1 Podcast Network.